are designing your own projects. Okay, so now the next slides are not important from your exam point of view, ये खाली knowledge point of view है, तो ये थोड़ी देर में मैं शेयर करता हूं, तो go through it because this is the actual coding. अगर किसी को इंटरेस्ट है बनाने में, they can go for it, otherwise you can just use it as a reference. They have given the entire code for the application. We are interested in this last step, जो डिप्लॉयमेंट होगा लेवल 1 का. दिस इज द सिंपलेस्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन दैट यू कैन गेट फॉर योर एंटायर प्रोजेक्ट. अब तक जो भी किया है वो यही डिफाइन करने के लिए है. सो हम नीचे से स्टार्ट करते हैं. डिवाइसेस में क्या क्या है? योर रास्पबेरी पाई, sensors and actuators. Sensors means your LDR, actuators means your relay का board. Resources, the OS on your Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi का अपना खुद का एक OS है, right? So that is already running on Raspberry Pi. Now, different services that you have defined in Python for your project that will be taken care over here, like your controller service, status service, and mode service. For database, SQLite या MySQL, whatever you are comfortable and that is feasible with your project. यहाँ पे डेटा बहुत मिनिमल होगा, सो यू आर फ्री टू यूज लाइट वर्जन ऑल्सो. This is with respect to the app development and the access to the user. So ये जहां से मैंने एग्जांपल लिया था, उन लोगों ने ये यूज किया है. You are free to replace it with any other software or services that you are comfortable with. It's not necessary कि तुमको यही यूज करना है. This is one way of doing it. It is not the only way of doing it. There will be hundreds of different types of answers to the same question over here. Okay, जैसे अगर किसी का बजट बहुत ही कम है एंड उसका कोई फ्यूचर डेवलपमेंट नहीं होने वाला है, so instead of using Raspberry Pi that cost you around 4,000 to 5,000, you can use a Node MCU that cost you around 300, right? It can become cost effective depending on the future and the application. यहां तक क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is how your design methodology goes for any IoT based project. Now another important point is, ये तो एक हमने simple example लिया था. Now say consider जो लास्ट वाला एग्जाम्पल था हमारा, नॉइज पॉल्यूशन वाला, या तो से एयर पॉल्यूशन वाला कंसिडर करो. चलो, ओवर देयर you don't have only one sensor, you have multiple sensors spread around the different areas, right? So in that scenario, if you want to take any action, the sensors will have to communicate amongst themselves, right? For that particular area, it might happen कि some resources will be common. जैसे अगर हम एयर पॉल्यूशन की बात करें, So agar large air filters have been deployed, they might be common between some areas. Okay, चलो एक बार ड्रॉ करते तो ज्यादा अच्छे से समझेगा. ठीक है, सपोज ये एरिया में वी आर मॉनिटरिंग द एयर पॉल्यूशन. ठीक है, सो दिस इज वन सेंसर, वन सेंसर, टू सेंसर, थ्री सेंसर, फोर. ठीक है, इट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू फोर एरिया. नाउ a center huge fan or say air filter has been set up over here. Okay, so this is able to rotate and help in the air filtration process. Okay, so now if the air quality degrades over here, fan will have to be rotated in this direction. Right, but if at the same time if it degrades over here also, again इसको rotate करना पड़ेगा. But for that, this sensor should know that presently it is operational for this sensor. समझ में आया प्रॉब्लम? राइट. सो फॉर सच केसेस जहां पे हम कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव सिस्टम बना रहे, वी कुड हैव डिप्लॉयड 4 filters in 4 areas, but that will be pretty much costly. To cut down on the cost, we have introduced one central filter that can be used for all the 4 areas with the same effectiveness. So to avoid conflicts, these sensors should be able to communicate with one another, right? So that is the another important topic for your IoT. That is M2M communication. In other words, machine to machine communication. So M2M refers to networking of machines for the purpose of remote monitoring, कंट्रोल एंड डेटा एक्सचेंज. जैसे हमारे एग्जांपल में जब तक वो डेटा एक्सचेंज नहीं होगा तब तक किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा कि फिल्टर किस सेंसर के लिए काम कर रहा है. सेंसर शुड कम्युनिकेट विद इन देमसेल्फ. जिसका क्रिटिकल होगा उसको पहले सपोर्ट मिलना चाहिए. राइट. सो सिमिलर टू योर लैन वैन मैन, M2M area networks will be there. To communicate with the application or with the core network, it will require a gateway. Directly काम नहीं कर सकता ये. There will be one M2M gateway present. Then only it will be accessible by the user. Why? That I will let you know shortly. क्यों gateway compulsory है? Because that is the main difference between IoT devices and M2M devices. ओके, सो M2M area network comprises of embedded hardware modules for sensing, actuation and communication that is similar to your IoT. उसमें भी यही आ रहा था, एक नोड MCU, एक LDR से एक लाइट, एक रिले, राइट? अब तक वही किया है. नाउ डिफरेंस will be M2M area network uses either proprietary or non-IP based communication protocol. जो भी M2M devices रहेंगे, either they will use proprietary means custom made, or non-IP based. So I cannot send the data individually to the device. But the communication network that is used, that will be IP based. Now, coming to this diagram, that is where the gateway will come into picture. These networks will be IP based, wire or wireless. But this area will be either proprietary or non-IP. That is the reason we require a gateway. Gateway will assign a number to every device and send that data to the outside world. And जब वो data receive करेगा तो according to the number it will send it to the respective M2M machine. या तो device that has been sent as a data. Okay, the protocols are similar जो हमने अब तक यूज किए थे, Zigbee, Bluetooth, Modbus, Mbus, wireless Mbus, power line communication, 6 low power wireless personal area network, 802.15.4, etc., etc. This all are supported by M2M local area network. It will provide connectivity to the remote areas because wireless protocols are also supported. It can be wired, it can be wireless. The major difference comes in this proprietary and non-IP based communication protocol. Now proprietary समझ में आया कि डाउट है? Okay, so next. So what is the purpose of the gateway? Because of the non-IP based protocols, M2M nodes within one network cannot communicate with the nodes in the external network because it won't know कि कहां जाना है. जहां IP based communication है तो you can tell कि किस IP या किस मशीन से आया है because no two machines will have same IP, right? So जब IP ही अगर निकाल दिया तो I cannot communicate with the other networks because I don't know where to go या how to go. So this gateway will take care कि किस नोड से डेटा आया है, वो नोड किस प्रोटोकॉल पे काम कर रहा है. जैसे यहां पे जो हमने डिस्कस किए थे इतने सारे प्रोटोकॉल्स है, So the best known to you is your Bluetooth or say to some extent Zigbee. ये भी तुमने यूज किया है, नॉट डायरेक्टली बट इनडायरेक्टली. जैसे 6LOWPAN is nothing but IPv6, that is the modern version of IP, low power, wireless PAN. PAN तुम बहुत टाइम से सुनते आ रहे हो, पर्सनल एरिया नेटवर्क, राइट? तो ये उसके फीचर्स ऐड होते गए, एडवांसमेंट इन पैन. नॉर्मल पैन होगा तो तुम्हारा IPv4 पे चलेगा, पावर भी अच्छा खासा खींचेगा. जैसे तुम्हारा वाईफाई या हॉटस्पॉट ऑन है फोन में, तो बैटरी बहुत जल्दी ड्रेन होता है, राइट? व्हेन यू यूज योर हॉटस्पॉट और वाईफाई, बैटरी बहुत जल्दी ड्रेन होता है. सो टू प्रिवेंट दैट, जैसे अगर M2M है, कोई डिवाइस को हमको लगा के छोड़ देना है, तो बैटरी लाइफ शुड बी वेरी गुड. सो दैट्स व्हाई in such scenarios we use this modern advancement. जैसे अनदर एक और आता है आजकल, कहीं ना कहीं दिखा रहेगा, BLE. So this is Bluetooth low energy. नॉर्मल ब्लूटूथ से कम एनर्जी कंज्यूम करने वाला प्रोटोकॉल. Now we will start with the difference between the IoT and the M2M. With respect to communication protocols, there is not much difference. The only difference lies in between how they communicate between the machine. प्रोटोकॉल अभी भी सेम था, वाईफाई, जिग्बी, ब्लूटूथ एक्सेट्रा, बट हाउ द टू machines communicate with each other, that will be a point of difference for M2M and IoT. In IoT they can directly communicate एक दूसरे से, but if it is an machine to machine communication, gateway will be required. Without gateway the communication won't happen. Main reason for that is because proprietary or non-IP based communication protocols are used within the M2M network. So the things in IoT refers to the physical object that have unique identifiers. That can be your IP, MAC address, etc. So it can directly communicate with the user, because user knows from where to get the data, and also user knows from which node to access the data. Whereas M2M systems are totally opposite of that. It does not have a unique identifier or a IP or anything. Within the area network, जैसे एक एरिया को जो हम कंसीडर कर रहे हैं उसके अंदर, सो वहां से गेटवे जब यूज होगा देन यू कैन कम्युनिकेट. विदाउट गेटवे you cannot communicate between the networks. Now with respect to hardware, M2M will be concerned more with your hardware, because power consumption will become one of the major trade-off with your budget. Whereas in IoT, your emphasis will be on the software to a larger extent, because you need to be able to access that data, analyze it, and take appropriate action. From the point of view of data collection, M2M data is stored on the premises. क्लाउड पे नहीं जाएगा. IoT, it will go on cloud. Either you can make it public कि कोई भी use करे, like the present case COVID data. It is stored on the cloud. It is available to everyone, those who want to use it, analyze it, and give predictions. But M2M is like the data of a single hospital जिसने अपना डेटा अपने सर्वर पे रखा हुआ है, कहीं बाहर नहीं दे रहा है. Now, with respect to the available applications, machine to machine data will be stored on the premises, and the applications will only be of limited function for diagnostics, service management, application या enterprise application. जैसे इसका एक simple example, if you are using a Wi-Fi router, you have a local service 192.168.0.1. admin by default login होता है, right? So if something is wrong, पहले तुम वहां login करके check करते हो. If someone is having some network device or anything that is shared on the network, you give a dedicated IP, that is the service management. या कोई MAC ID filtering, whatever, some basic functions are available on that device only. तुम बाहर से वो एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते, तुम्हारे नेटवर्क में से ही तुम वो वाईफाई राउटर का वेब पेज खोलोगे, राइट? बाहर से नहीं खोल सकते. So that is similar to your M2M application. Whereas in IoT, everything can be done remotely. It can be stored on the cloud. Applications will be cloud based. Functions will be similar, but on a much larger scale. So to understand the basic difference, diagram is same over here also and over here also. These are your 4 layers. So now if there is some IoT device, it will communicate by these 2 layers, application and transport. But if you have a M2M device, it will communicate from network and link layer. So understood the basic difference. किस लेयर पे बात करेगा, that will define the type of device. Either IoT based है या M2M है. Because to make a system intelligent, you need to have a M2M communication necessary. So you can skip this part. This is not included in your syllabus. SDN and NFV. ठीक है, यहां तक कोई डाउट है? यस, नो? ओके, सो आज यहाँ पे एंड करते हैं. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में जो अभी हमने आज प्रोटोकॉल्स देखे उसके डिटेल में जाएंगे. ठीक है, तो जस्ट लेट मी चेक द अटेंडेंस. ओके, अटेंडेंस मार्क हुआ है, नॉट एन इश्यू. If you are exposing it, it will be mostly in level 1 unless and until you are storing your data on a cloud. Remote access and all will be coming to your level 1. जब तुम्हारा डेटा अगर बाहर निकलता है और एनालिसिस वहां करके तुम वहां स्टोर करते हो, then only it will be converted to level 2. Okay, so next, with respect to your training, जो डाउट तुमने लास्ट टाइम दिया था ठाकुर का, the point sorry, the point is कि ठाकुर has made it compulsory. So number of students enrolling is quite high. Like we have not made it compulsory. So that is one of the reason that cost is bit low. Second, in your syllabus, they have included GD, PI, resume building, which is not there in the Thakur's version. Over there, only aptitude training is there with the technical part. So if you want to bring the cost down, we will require a large number. That is the first criteria. Okay. So there will be some trade-off somewhere. I agree. That is the reason presently it is not compulsory, because it will be difficult for everyone to pay that cost. I understand that, but there is no option of installment. So kindly try to register as soon as possible, because until and unless you clear the first step, आगे का कुछ नहीं हो सकता. Aptitude will be your first step for 90% of the company. अगर कोई छोटा कंपनी आता है तो बात अलग है, इट माइट गो फॉर से डायरेक्टली टू जीडी, बट दैट इज वेरी रेयर. Hardly 2 to 3 companies, and not necessarily every time they will follow that same structure. ओके, सो और कोई डाउट बचा है जिसका आंसर नहीं दिया था मैंने उस दिन? ओके, सो चलो, आई विल टेक योर लीव. कल मिलते हैं वापस विथ अ न्यू टॉपिक.
Okay, sir. Thank you.